just get up every morning and love what you're doing.
6 years in the business, what's your highlight? What do you want to know?
How do you choose between Sinatra, Ray Charles, Aretha, Michael Jackson, Shaka Khan, and 50 Cent?
Quincy Jones was the ultimate music producer.
I like to make a record I'd like to hear.
He's just the best that there ever was in his field.
I was in entertainment since I was 12 years old, so all you can do is just reach for those instincts and leave some room for God to walk through.
He won 28 Grammys, 3 for We Are the World in 1986.
Well, Stevie, Michael, and Lionel are here, so we're just getting ready to cut the track.
The hit song featured 46 of music's biggest stars.
It's true we make a brighter day, just you and me, instead of better. Everybody say brighter, because that's what they're saying anyway.
We Are the World went on to become the biggest selling single in both U.S. and pop music history.
It was a fun session. It's hard enough with one singer. Think about 46. I think we had some divine help there that night.
Quincy's start as a teenager, playing the trumpet.
I've been blessed since I was 19 years old. I got a chance to travel with Lionel Hampton's band. Count Basie adopted me at 13. I came up with Ray Charles when I was 14. He was 2 years older, but he seemed like he was 100 years older.
Quincy's legendary musical influence paved a path to success. Over his 7-decade career, he composed more than 50 film and TV scores.
That theme I wrote 40 years ago for Soul Bossa Nova, that thing. And it's turned all around now and it's hit a whole different. My daughters were telling me about it, and I couldn't believe it. That's all you got to do is just stay around long enough.
This is where the movie gets its mojo, baby.
Groovy.
Yeah, Quincy made superstars: Will Smith, Oprah, Michael Jackson.
I met him at just 12 years old with Sammy Davis's house one afternoon, just hanging out. Then I didn't see him again until he was about 20 or 21 when I did The Wiz. I was the music director for The Wiz. And the first thing he said to me is, could you help me find a producer for my solo album? Anyway, one thing led to another, and I finally said, I'd like to take a shot at it. And the record company said, no, he's too jazzy. Quincy's too jazzy, wrong producer. So Michael, don't worry about it.
Jones produced 3 of Jackson's most successful albums, Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, with sales of over 150 million combined. When we sat down with Quincy in 2009 after Michael's death, the tragedy was still sinking in.
I still don't know how to process it. It's surrealistic almost to me that he's not here.
He was also pivotal in Oprah Winfrey's career, casting her in The Color Purple, which he helped produce.
But I kill him dead before I let him be me.
Quincy Jones was going through Chicago, saw my talk show, and said, I think that would make a good Sophia. And I screen tested for it.
She was Sophie, and she delivered too. She delivered. She had Sophie's persona, and it came straight through the script.
Will, hey, Will's my uncle. Hey,
As a TV producer, he gave Will Smith his big break, casting him in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Quincy Jones called me and said, listen, I have an idea, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I want you to read the script. I read a piece of a little script that they'd had, and it was a situation where the deal had to be done tonight or it wouldn't happen. So inside of about 4 days with me, it went from concept to signed deal.
They're gonna see, when they see Will, they're gonna see a beautiful performer with a maturity that's far beyond his age.
Q made a cameo during season 1. His protege, singer-songwriter Tevin Campbell, did too.
I met Quincy when I was 11 years old. I think he had saw a videotape of me singing in a club, and he signed me.
He teaches you so much, and you also feel very comfortable around him, which is the greatest thing, I think.
And Quincy had a big impact on The Weeknd. He was emotional, recalling the lessons his idol taught him.
I actually first met Quincy Jones in Vegas a long time ago. When I got off stage, he was waiting on the side, and there were fans on the other side of the stage, like screaming, and trying to get my attention, and he stopped me and he said, go take pictures, sign autographs, and I'll still be here waiting, you know? And they're just more important. He was teaching me a lesson in that moment that nothing is more important than the people. And giving back is always better than receiving.
Quincy was always learning. His health issues taught him to make the most of every moment. In 1974, he underwent brain surgery twice for aneurysms.
The nature's way of getting your attention, you know, to make you live your life, you know, really live it.
I asked the doctor afterwards, what is that process, what was going on at that time? And he said, you were dying, you know. I had to try to rehabilitate, you know, and I go through therapy to be able to write because it's frightening to see, you know, those big jagged edges, you know, when you're trying to write again. And dropouts in memory. So that's scary, that's frightening. I mean, people real close to you, you know, and it just disappears.
And in 2015, Quincy suffered a stroke that left him in a diabetic coma. He credited his family with helping him through it. The mega producer was married 3 times.
I got 6 beautiful daughters, a son, 7 grandchildren, and a great-granddaughter. And that's my pride and joy.
He's proud, I'm proud.
Quincy's daughter, Rashida, had this surprise revelation.
He's never driven in his life. He got a bad car accident when he was young, and everybody else was, sorry, it was dark. But anyway, point is, he's never driven. But to me, that is the key, like, that's a key to how cool he is. Because if you're that cool, and at 87, you never have to drive, that means you're cool.
Quincy is one of those people that just transcends age, and he's just universally beloved.
If you ever run into anybody who doesn't like Quincy Jones, you need to run the other way, because that is a dangerous person.
I love this man for a long, long time. How long has it been, Snoop?
Since I was knee-high to a flea-high.
I knew him before electricity.
My dog, Q.
My dog, Usher.
He calls me his Chicago baby, so that's what Chicago is. I've been blessed to sing for him several times, you know.
Believe in that magic that's inside your heart.
To know him as a friend and to have him guide me through my career, what better person to take my problems to? Every time I come with a problem, he starts laughing because there's not a problem. He's already been there, done that.
What sign are you?
What's your sign?
What's your sign?
What's my sign? Libra. What's your sign?
Pisces, Leo rising, and Scorpio moon.
Quincy is a Pisces. He's cool. He knows what it is to come from nothing to something and to have someone give you a hand up. So he's helped so many other people.
Cool Quincy was always quick with a smile and a laugh. He joked to us he wanted to live to be 100 years old.
That's what I want on my tombstone. Born 1933, died 2033.
Love what you're doing, you know, love it. If you just love it, it's then you can receive whatever God sends down that it has in mind for you, and that's really what I think it's all about.
What's your legacy?
I don't have a clue. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing and hope that it will mean something to somebody.
I don't think there's one person in the world that has loved music that has not been touched in some way by Quincy Jones.
For every musical gift he gave, Q grounded his life's work in giving back, raising over $63 million for social causes, civil rights, AIDS research, disaster relief, worldwide hunger, and dozens more.
I'm often asked why giving back and trying to help others is so important to me. And the answer is very simple, it's who I am.
And here is Quincy Jones.
My teacher used to say to me, your music will never be more or less than you are as a human being. The human being is first.
He gives away money that people don't even know about. So we're talking about the embodiment of the biggest giver.
Quincy Jones, you know, has a generous heart. I think Quincy Jones knows more significant people who have changed the world than anybody I've ever met.
It's a blessing. All life is about is love, laugh, live, and give, right?
That is so true.
If you don't do that, you're not living.